Sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Ori. Once again, thank you so much. I just went in. Actually, I lost my voice, so apologize, but I am here live. There's a lot to talk about. I know I'm behind probably 10 days of camp, but I do have some concerns about the team, but I think we're going to be fine this year, to be honest with you. I think there'll be a lot of surprises coming up. Now it's when it's going to get better. Hopefully, hopefully we have the team that we have for 2026. Looking at the offensive line, I'm okay with the left side. Not too happy with the right side, but listen, improvement by Austin Jackson, improvement by Jonah, moving back to his normal position. So that is a key plus for having him put back in his own position. I believe the Dolphins are going to be a good team this year, even though a lot of doubters are doubting the Miami Dolphins because of their tough schedule. Yes, they do have injuries, of course. You know, we pick up Franklin, free agency a couple days ago. Dulcich, it's dealing with some finger issues, but Jeff Hafley said that he'll be available to play against the Commanders on week 1, which we're 1 week away on the 14th on Friday. They do play the Commanders. This is where they really put on their pads and compete. Because the way I see it right now, it's competing position by position. Thank you so much. Happy Evelyn to join in. I guess we're a couple of minutes difference between you're at where I'm at here, so I apologize for that. But listen, let's get excited. This team, it's gonna show a lot this year. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait, Uncle Vale. Preseason is coming. Tell me if you guys can hear me loud and clear. I know my voice is kind of funny, but I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm trying to cover 10 days behind. The number one thing I'm seeing, Malik Willis is actually taking charge. That's what we want to see from him. Controlling the offense. Yes, our issue is who's going to be our number one receiver. There's a competition out there. Caleb is back, so anything can happen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Riley. Once again, thank you, Aquavale. Let's get prepared for the 2026 season. What I'm seeing, yeah, the schedule, it's a very competitive schedule. It's a hard schedule. Fourth in the league as the toughest schedule for this NFL team. But I believe Miami could compete. We do play high power offense. Listen, I'm believing that that this team could come in and surprise a lot of teams this year. But let me get to the things I want to get to before I forget. And I got to look at this side because apparently I just came back from vacation and Aquavale knows it. I've been sick. Had an accident in Chicago, but I'm okay. I'm back and I'm back to work tomorrow. Then go to the doctor on Tuesday, and hopefully everything goes well. So we got the Miami Dolphins. Malik Willis becoming one of the biggest story in camp. Yes, he is. Why? Because he is feeling more comfortable every day in camp. Okay, he's making better decisions, smart decisions, and that is a plus for the Miami Dolphins. Okay, the backup, I'm worried because Quinn Ewers is struggling, which we know he's going to be number 2. Then you got Camp Miller because the other guy got cut because we signed Franklin, another tight end, through the waiver wire. My only concern is, can Quinn Ewers get back to where he started at starting camp? So, but remember, you actually playing against your own team, and when you put pads against other team, you'll see the difference. And it's only practice, okay? Another guy that's turning head real quick is Chop Robinson. This is the guy that I bought on one of my podcasts a while back. That I said, look out for Chop Robinson. Gained a couple of pounds, about 3 or 4 pounds in his body. Okay, and he is playing pretty well. Hopefully, he could really give us that edge rusher that we need, pass rusher that we need in our defensive side. Because if it doesn't, I mean, if we don't have a pass rusher, it's going to be a long season for the Dolphins, all right, because of our secondary. And there's some players that, man, I would like to see in the Dolphin uniform coming in 2026, but I get to that point in a few minutes. Another guy in the offensive line that me and Aquaville talk about is Austin Jackson. He had a good camp at the end. The last practice, he was looking real good. I'm hoping that Austin Jackson stay healthy. Okay, if he doesn't stay healthy, that is a big issue on the right side of the offensive line of the Miami Dolphins. Why do I say that? It's because on the left side, I know they're going to have great opportunity running the ball. But once they close that gap, you got to open up the other gap. And that's what I'm worried about the Miami Dolphins on the offensive line. But I still believe that, Jonah, going back to his position, Austin Jackson, which quote unquote looks healthier, okay, looks much better. That is a big offensive line to protect Malik Willis. And let me tell you something, Malik Willis, when he runs and he throws the ball, guys, he has a tremendous accuracy throwing the ball. So another thing is the injuries, right? So let me get to the injuries real quick. Austin Jackson was day-to-day, even though he did practice. He was day-to-day. Jameer Saylor, if I'm correct. He's day-to-day. Greg Dulcich working towards return against Washington preseason game. Lonnie Johnson dealing with a short-term leg injury. Darrell Baker Jr. and Storm Duck projected to be on the reserve PUP/PUP list, which probably could return on the fourth week of the season. Now, there's players that are not going to make this team right now, man. There's players that I'm worried about. And, Ethan Barner, that's one of the guys that me and Aquavale likes. It's amazing if we could stay healthy. Okay. My concerns also second back players, backup players for the offensive line. I know Happy Evelyn, you think that they stink. I don't think they're going to stink. And I'll tell you why I don't believe they stink. Evelyn, is because last year, even though they were so bad, they ran the ball pretty good. So now that we have a quarterback, and listen, it's going to show, and that's your opinion. I respect it. Don't get me wrong. This team is going to surprise a lot of teams. I'm saying this already from the beginning. I'm excited. Don't know how long you've been a fan as a Dolphin, and I'm not criticizing anybody here. Everybody has opportunity of having their own opinion, and I respect that. But this team is going to show something to all these fans. I know that their offensive line is way much better than what they had in years. The only thing is stay healthy. We got to stay healthy. We're healthy up front. It's a long season. I will not be surprised. A-Chain get over 1,000 yards rushing. I believe that Wright or Ollie Gordon Jr. could have a 600-700 yard season if they continue to do this. Thank you so much, Riley. I appreciate it. So I believe this team, okay, on the offensive side, okay, besides the receivers. And the receivers, you got Malik, Tutu Outwell, You got the rookie now that in camp he's showing off, and he is showing things right now that everybody's saying, Caleb coming back from an injury. I mean, you got to stay positive. You got to stay positive. This is something that we never listen. I talked to Aquavale, and I told him about this. This happened. It happened a couple of days ago. Hey, Haladin, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. You got to believe in your team. There was a guy interview, a Dolphin, I think it was a Dolphin former legendary player, and he was interviewed. It's a short video out there. It could be, it wasn't a podcast. And the guy was singing the Dolphin songs, and he said something that really intrigued me of what he said about this team. He says this reminds him of the 1970s Miami Dolphin no-name team. Now, he said they're going to win the Super Bowl? No, he didn't say that. Are they going to go undefeated? He didn't say that. But he said was a young group of guys that we don't know that it's going to be giving an opportunity in this league to show up. So I'm not going to be negative about this because they got 13 rookies draft pick. And so far, I don't see no disappointment. So why are we saying that they're not good? You can't say they're not good. If that's the case, every team in the NFL is not good because then none of them has played one single game yet. But I am seeing the talent, and I'm seeing what Jeff, Hafley, the head coach, is bringing up to this team up front. The culture, the way he handled things in the field. If you haven't seen videos, I don't know if you want to believe it, not believe it, but I believe in this guy. I couldn't believe in McDaniel because McDaniel was a guy that, different style of coaching. This is also Jeff Hafley first year of coaching. The defense is looking amazing. The defense is looking pretty good in a sense what he's doing with the defense because that's what he is, a defensive coach. But now he's a head coach. Okay, so there's a lot of surprising players in this team, very young players. We are going to get tested. I don't think we're going to get tested with the Raiders. We'll get tested with San Francisco. We get tested with Cincinnati. Wow, that's incredible. But that's your opinion. I'm not going to argue with you. That's your opinion. This is going to shock you completely when you start seeing this because I believe this team is going to surprise a lot of teams. I believe the Dolphins did something good they should have done years ago. And listen, I love Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Tua, but it was time to go. You clean house, you start from scratch. It's funny how Jeff and Sully says, we're going to win now. And I believe they're going to win. And once again, Sully does his magical thing. He's a great recruiter. He knows how to recruit players. He knows where talent is. So you got to give him credit there. You got a new GM, a new coach. Come on. You got to stay positive. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. All right. I mean, why would you say this team is not good? But once again, you have your opinion, and listen, I'm not going to disagree with you guys, and that's okay. But I see something different in 2026 in this team, and I love when we on the underdogs and nobody give us a chance, And listen, I'm not saying that they're going to win all games, but I can tell you something. They're going to show some great plays out there. They're going to show the NFL that we're not a team to play with. We're serious. We come here to compete every Sunday. And I believe that's what the Dolphins is doing. I mean, a lot of people are just doubting on them. Why? Because we have struggled for 20 plus years. You're telling me I've been a Dolphin since 1970, born 66, 4 years old. I saw the first Dolphin game when I was 6 years old with my dad, 1972, undefeated season. Okay, I've been through Dan Marino, David Woodley, Chad Pennington. I mean, you name it. I mean, I can name you all the quarterbacks we had in this team. So, I mean, Don Shula, one of the best head coach in the NFL, the winningest coach in the NFL. Then we got Jimmy Johnson. Where Dave Wannstedt. It's so unpredictable how we say, wow, we had Dan Marino, only went to one Super Bowl, but never had a running game. As he was getting older, we finally figured out to get a running game. We had a Ricky Williams, a Ronnie Brown. Okay, we had the Mark brothers. Come on, man. You got to look at this team. It's who you want to play for. And I believe Don Shula had these players playing for them. I don't have no doubts that Jeff Hafley has these players playing for them. I really believe so. I believe that nobody wants to say, hey, I'm not playing for this team. That's right, Riley. I mean, it's you got to stay positive. I mean, there's no other way to see it. Win, lose, or draw. What do you do from a loss? You get better the next week. The only thing is, if you get a win and you get so hyped, what good does it do? Because even though with a win, there's also some things you have to work on to improve for the following week. And looking at their schedule, yes, it is a tough schedule. Yeah, and that's so true. That's so true, Riley. That's so true. I try to tell everybody that, it's not a rebuilding season. It's a season of youngster. They're really hungry. They're young. They're competing for a position. They want to beat the veterans. Unfortunately, that's what happened. You could be a veteran here for so many years and so long time, and somebody comes, takes your position. It happens. It's part of sports. But I'm a true believer that you have to give somebody another chance, opportunity. So this team is about to show the league something in 2026. So let me get to the schedule for a second. So right here, you see they got the Raiders. Then they have San Francisco, which is the top. They got Kansas City. And yes, it gets tougher as it goes by. But that doesn't mean they could win this game. It's winnable games, guys. You got Bengals, then you got the bye week, then you got the Jets, New England. Yeah, and they do play a lot of power offense. Listen, you have to correct this on yourself. They might not have won a playoff game in 26 years. But you got to look at one thing. How many times in 26 years they made the playoffs? The only thing, they haven't won it, but they made it. See, everybody's looking at the negative side once again. What is the negative side? Well, this team has made the playoff. They have not won the playoffs. That's a different story. But they have made the playoffs. And this is where everybody's getting confused now. Everybody says, well, the Dolphins, no, hold on. Let's do the math. Take out the numbers and look at Miami playoff. And you cannot tell me they have not made the playoffs. They have made the playoffs, but they haven't won it. That's a different story. And that's where everybody's getting confused. Oh, because we haven't won one. You're right. We haven't won one. And listen, I'm going to put a record right here, right now, as we're talking. And I'm going to show you something that how people are wrong. And this is where you got, yes, they have the longest drought in the NFL. I don't disagree with that, okay? They haven't won one, but they've been in the playoffs. This is where people are getting confused again. So, all right, here we go. So, according to this, right? According to what I'm seeing, right? This is official. The Dolphins, a playoff appearance 23, 22, 16, 8, 2001, and 2000. So you see, they won in 2023. They didn't win. They lost what? 31-28 in 2023 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Then you got the wild card loss against Buffalo. This is playoff appearance for the Dolphins. So in 2023, this team has been to the playoffs. They haven't won it. It's a different story. And that's all I'm saying. And yes, they have the longest drought. I think the second team is, I want to say it's the Jets, follow Miami. So my thing is, listen, if we're going to get, like I said, that's your opinion, right? And I don't disagree with you. They have the longest have appearance not winning. All right. But that could change this year. Why not? This could change. That's the way I see it. I'm going to stay positive. I believe in my team. I believe we're going to upset a lot of teams this year. I'm not going to get mad with anybody. Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has the way of seeing things. But I can't say this team is bad. It can be bad. Because last year we were 7-10. Okay? And still, almost, we were in the wild card, believe it or not, until McDaniel messed it up at the end. Didn't know how to make decisions. Didn't know how to protect the clock. Didn't know how to substitute. Didn't know how to make any changes in the game. That's not the Miami Dolphins, guys. That's just the head coach is not there. This guy's different. I believe this guy is going to change it. Yeah, I do believe that too. I mean, I'm not saying that, hey, you love your team. This is why years ago, I don't know if you remember this, Riley, I made a video about fans and fanatics. There's two things between fan and fanatics. A fan lives and goes down straight with their ball club. The fanatic is they just can't take things serious. That's the difference. A fanatic thinks is no, I'm not one of those. You got to see the potential of the Miami Dolphins in 2026. If you don't see it, then I don't know what you're watching. Let's be honest. And I don't say that to disrespect anybody. I'm just saying that because, listen, this team is real. I mean, you got away, you got rid of Tua. You got rid of Tyreek Hill. You got rid of cancer in your ball club. And now, you don't want to give this team a chance? Don't know what to tell you. I believe Miami will run the ball this year. And that's going to be their bread and butter. I think Patrick Paul, our center, Aaron Brewer. I mean, I believe it's Proctor, the rookie. I mean, come on, man. This is an offensive line. It's probably the biggest one we ever had since in the 1970s. And listen, you're right. We have to wait. And preseason, I'm not too crazy about preseason, whether you win or lose. Really. Preseason, for me, it's an evaluation. Evaluate the players. What to improve on. They could go 0-3 in preseason. Who cares? Yeah, you're right, O'Reilly. You're right. Well, yeah, you see, I agree with you with that. Willis had to be upset because the moment they traded, Waddle, I say, wow, because that was going to be his number one target. But then let's look what Waddle has done lately, besides get injured. Waddle should have stepped in when Tyreek Hill went down. He didn't. See, these are the things that I'm looking at from this team. We can't get upset with something that you say, hey, man, listen, I love Waddle. I'm a Waddle person. I'm also a Tyreek Hill person, but sometimes what Riley just said, selfishness, pride gets to you. You think you're number one. You think you're in charge. The ball goes to me, and that's what happens. But now, you know what? It's a different era. Now we have probably a real coach. I mean, this staff is completely rebuilt. Okay? Completely rebuilt. And unfortunately, yeah, we might go through a struggle at the beginning, but then you got to see what happens. But I don't know, man. I believe this Dolphins. I'm trying to tell everybody, anything could happen any given Sunday. All right, and if Jeff Hafley and Sullivan pick up these 13 rookies in the draft, it's because they found talent, and they have talent. Yeah, Aqua is quiet. He's probably say George getting on. No, but I'm not getting upset, guys. I'm not getting, I'm not whatsoever. It's just a team that's gonna have to learn to adapt to the new head coach. And if you don't make it, you just don't make it. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. You just don't make it. That's it. There's no other way. No other way to say it. If Heffley said you're playing good, you stay. If Heffley says you're not playing good, you're out. And this is what I like about this coach. This is not what we had with McDaniels. This is not what we had with the GM. I mean, we struggled. Yes, we struggled 20-something years. I mean, struggling and fighting, and getting closer to the playoffs. And then suddenly, we just don't have it. We don't have the talent. We don't have the quarterback. We have the running back. But guess what? Did they build an offensive line? No. The injuries that this team had in the past. But now, hey, who knows? This could be it. And yeah, we'll see it. I mean, we got a scrimmage game coming up. Yeah, it's not only that I'm passionate about my team, okay? Because I went through wins and losses, and you got to take those as they come in. There was some tough losses during the year, and that is a battle that you go through on a daily basis. Man, we go through that in our lifestyle too, believe it or not. That's why sports, it's just entertainment. It's a sport. You love your team. You are a fan, and it could be soccer, baseball, football, basketball. It could be any kind of sports. It doesn't matter. It's just that, man, if you love your team, win, lose, or draw, you support them regardless. Yeah, I understand the frustration of the Dolphin fans. I really do. I understand they're not too happy, and I don't blame them. Why? Because it's 26 years losing season. And it was funny, it's not even losing season because they have some winning season. The only thing is the playoff. Well, we'll get to the playoffs, but we just can't win it. And then it's decision made by what? Coaches, players. It's a whole team. But this year, I do see something different. When the Dolphins and Tua led the league in passing, okay, they had a great record. What happened? The players that we pay the big bucks did not show up. The Tyreek Hill, the Waddle did not show up in big games. The Tua Tagovailoa did not show up in big games. So think about it. But now here comes this head coach, this new GM, clean house, and say, hey, this is it. We're bringing back a winning franchise. You know why I believe people don't like the Miami Dolphins? And there's fans out there. Because the Dolphins are the only perfect team in the NFL. I believe that. Nobody likes Miami because they're the only perfect undefeated team in the NFL. But that's 72. We're in the 20s now. People get upset with that. Well, guess what? It is what it is. But now we have a team. And I'm happy that this team has decided to make a change. Change in the whole department. From upstairs to downstairs. From the front office all the way down to so let's be honest. Yeah, you're right, Riley. Listen, I'm reading all your message, and I totally agree with you. It's just that sometimes, you have to understand. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win every game. I'm not saying they're going to go through ups and downs. You learn from your mistakes. Just stay positive. That's all you got to do. Stay positive. It's just that sometimes, we want to think that that's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You got to give yourself a chance, an opportunity. Okay, you're in the National Football League. These guys can play pretty well. Yeah, well, see, Ross now is no longer basically with the team. Now we had somebody else, Neil. Just to give you a heads up. The only thing I like about Stephen Ross, to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you what I like about him. And there's goods and bad. Ross is the owner that you say, bring this guy, and he'll sign you a check, and you bring the guy. He did it to Tyreek Hill. So, yes, he's up and down. All right. He built his own stadium. By the way, every stadium in the National Football League, somehow owned by the city or whatever, and he didn't do that. He built his own stadium. He pays the bucks. That's the good thing Ross has. The only bad thing that Ross had, don't do the same thing that the owner of the Dallas Cowboys does. If you don't know football, get away from football. If you don't have no football operations, that's one of the things you should exit out. Okay, so that's all I can say about him. He has his good and his bad. By the way, he paid to build the stadium. That is his stadium. All right, just to give you a heads up. He built that stadium with his money. It wasn't given by the city. So he built it for me. So he was the one who put the money on there. So he probably didn't build it as physically, like you said. You're laughing like he built it. But you know what? That's his. That's his stadium. So that's, if you know much about the Dolphins. Tax-free, that's his. Formula One in Miami, that's his. What can I tell you? So he took that stadium down and rebuilt it completely. So, I mean, I'm happy that I'm happy that he's an owner that owns his own stuff. He doesn't have to ask anybody for anything. That's who Ross is, unfortunately. That's what I can say. that's why I believe that Ross has his good and his bad. I mean, he's both ways, good and bad. No, you're right. He did not know. He did not knew it until he got to the National Football League. He's a businessman. That's what I was saying to you a few minutes ago. He's not a football person. He's not. If he had the football knowledge, we'll be talking something else. But that's not what he does. It's okay, Riley. It's all right. You know, sometimes it's don't let things just bother you. You know, it is what it is. As a Dolphin fan since 1970, 72, the history of this team from the Orange Bowl. I used to clean the Orange Bowl years ago when I used to go to high school. And the Orange Bowl, the Dolphins and the University of Miami used to play. I remember Jimmy Johnson back then, 1983. I remember when I used to clean the stadium on Saturday after the college game, work overnight, get a blower, and blow the stadium for the Dolphins to play Sunday. And I don't forget when we lost to the Chargers. When Kevin Winslow blocked that field goal, I was right there when that happened. Don Strock with the flea flicker. I never forget that either. Tony Nathan scoring the touchdown. We came back. We were losing big in that game. If you don't know tradition, it's hard to do it. So I don't like I said, I don't get into arguments. I don't get into any kind of controversial things. You believe what you want to believe. I'm telling you what I've done since I become a Dolphin fan. Everybody has their opinion, and I respect their opinion once again. I'm telling you what I have seen or have been as a Dolphin fan. You know, most of the time people wants to, you know, there's good people and there's bad people out there. I'll leave it to that. And I respect that, because they're different opinion. Uh they want to show some facts, that's okay. They want to show proof, Riley. I'm okay with that. I'm telling you what I've been through, what I've seen. I mean, there's a guy that's been there for, you know, and it's all right, Riley. I appreciate you, you know, and like I said, I'm not worried, Happy Evelyn. If that's what you want to, if that's your opinion, like once again, I'm gonna respect your opinion. Uh, there's fans who just don't like the Dolphins. Maybe you don't like the Dolphins, and that's what happens. You upset for 26 years, and you have the rights to get angry, to get mad, and get upset. If that's your opinion, that is your opinion. I'm not gonna get mad with you with that. I'm telling you what I've seen. I mean, I don't know if you saw the 1972 Dolphins. Just to give you a heads up, I'm 59 years old. I'll be 60 in November. And my dad took me to my first Dolphin game. And I can tell you a lot of history that you probably will not understand, or you never been there. So, unfortunately, that's the truth. No. So, I leave it to that. I'm not going to get into any kind of argument with nobody here. And I love what Riley said. And, I agree with her 100%. So it's just stay positive. That's it. Don't let things bother. And I'm not going to let nothing bother me. I've been a Dolphin for a long time. So, but listen, I mean, just give you a heads up. Don't know, Happy Evelyn, how long you've been a Dolphin fan. Uh, don't know if you've seen the 1970 Dolphins. Uh, but I believe this team has their ups and downs 3 years. Okay, and listen, I remember the Super Bowl, Woodley against John Riggins. Our defense gave up the long run. We lost that Super Bowl. Yes, unfortunately, I was there. I don't know how many Super Bowl you have been with the Dolphins. Okay, and I'm not trying to mark you down on anything like that. I've seen the Jimmy Johnson era. I've seen the Wayne, Dave Wannstedt, all these coaches that has coached the Dolphins. Unfortunately, we could say now we have a real coach, McDaniel, Flo. The struggles we had gone through through the years. But at the same time, I'm a Dolphin fan for life. First of all, I'm gonna tell you right now, in my program, I'm not gonna lie, because that's one thing I'm not. I'm not a liar, and I bring that in facts and prove. That's who I am. I respect everybody in my chat individually. Yeah, Wayne Huizenga was there. But you saw when Wayne Huizenga who the stadium was? He remodeled the whole stadium. I guess you forgot the remodeling of the whole stadium. He built the whole stadium. So why don't you look at the history of the stadium, the old Orange Bowl? So listen, remember it was Joe Robbie Stadium. You remember that? So give me a second, guys. I apologize. So let me get this so we could get it so we could get it done. Here's what he actually did. So let me correct myself. In 2010, okay, or 2009, it used to be Sun Life Stadium in 2010, right? That's what it was. Okay. Stephen Ross came and renovated $500 million into a renovation of the stadium, transforming the stadium into Hard Rock Stadium. So he took the whole stadium and put $500 million and renovate it. So still, for me, he built the stadium. Why? Because right now, it's coming out of his pocket, nobody else's pocket. All right? He renovated the stadium, but still, it's his pocket, his money. Nothing goes like all the NFL teams' stadiums are not owned by the owners. So this guy owns his stadium, which is incredible. But that's all I have to say. So $500 million renovation of the stadium, transforming into a Hard Rock Stadium. So what did he spend? A new canopy with Hard Rock logo covering the seats, upgraded video, audio, light system, 72 club lounges, improved concourse and concession area. You need more information? But I'll leave it to that. Not going to argue with that. But I believe that my Dolphins are going to have a good year in 2026. I'm going to be positive. Not going to have any arguments, any kind of, and I thank Riley for, like I said, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to lie here. I'm not going to make things up. It is his stadium. He owns it. The city has nothing, or part of it is his, regardless. Just to give you a heads up, when that was built, Wade Huizenga gave it to him, and the city did not want to do anything, and he wouldn't have to remodel it. So it's his. At the end of the day, it's his. But let's get back to my thing here, to my Miami Dolphins. Once again, they'll play next week. I think they'll play a scrimmage game on Wednesday. And they'll be off Thursday, and then they'll play their preseason game on Friday. So all I can say is one thing. This team, and I'm going to say here, are going to have a great season in 2026. This team will surprise a lot of teams in the NFL this year. Whether you're a fan or not, whether you like the Dolphins or not, whether you positive or negative, that's okay. Once again, I respect every individual, okay, who really, if you're a Dolphin fan, I'm going to be honest with you, you should not be talking bad about your team. You could be disappointed, but don't talk bad about it. So, Happy Evelyn, one thing I'm going to tell you, and I appreciate this, don't use the word he lied. I'm not a liar. I told you that already. Don't even use that word here. I really don't. I don't do that. I don't do that. So if he renovated, he fixed it, it's his, he's still the owner. That's who he is. He owns the stadium, period. Whether you like it or not. That's the bottom line. If you got your opinion, once again, I respect it. But I'm not gonna go there. So so I just feel that, Uh, and I say this: you open the show, you come in, and the first thing you said, and I respected it. And that's why I respect you, and I respect also Riley. And I know Riley for a long time. Great person, great individual. Uh, and she's just like me. Okay, I am a positive person, not a negative person. But you have your opinion, and I respect that. But at the same time, you come up with a show saying, first, I'm late. And I tell you, my time, your time is probably different. That's okay. That happens. Third, you said the offensive line stink. Once again, you have an opinion, right? I respect it. So, once again, hey, it's okay. You don't like your Dolphins? Don't be a Dolphin, okay? That's all I have to say, all right? I have my personal opinion. I'm not going to come here and argue with anybody. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Uh, just, we have Dolphin fans that are believer, not believers. And I just made a comment about the stadium. And I said that the owner of the Dolphins really, Ross, owns the stadium. He built the stadium. I guess people get the wrong thing when you put built and all that. I know Wayne Huizenga was the owner, and he actually, renovated, but basically that's his stadium. He owns it. It's his. And I guess it blew out of proportion. And, the person came out and started saying that, I lied, and I don't like lying. That, you know me for a while. I don't do those kind of things. I'm not going to get into those kind of issue. Uh, you know, the only thing is you have to understand one thing. If you're a Dolphin fan, you're a Dolphin fan. So, you know, and if you're not, you're just not. I don't care you win, lose, or draw. And that's it. So if you're not going to support your team, no matter what it goes, I mean, and listen, I say this with all my heart, and people knows me already. There's the good and the bad and the ugly out there. So, at the same time, listen, if you're not supporting your team and you're a Dolphin fan, and you can say anything about your Dolphin fan, no, and I'm not gonna let it bother me. And listen, Riley, I love Riley. Riley has been with me for a long time. And check her channel too. She's awesome, and she's very. It's just that I'm okay with it. We are frustrated. 26 years without winning a playoff game, but it doesn't mean that we never went to the playoff games. See, this is where we have to correct ourselves. We haven't won one, but we've been there. Okay, but I just don't get involved in those kind of things. And I love Riley. I mean, Riley has been here with me all night here, and Solar Aqua Veil, and now you join in. But I'm seeing all the good things of the Miami Dolphins in 2026. I love what I'm seeing from Malik Willis. I mean, I love what I'm seeing from Calais Douglas. I'm seeing things that, man, this team has a great opportunity. My only concern was the right side of the offensive line. Austin Jackson did pretty well in practice the other day. And I tell you, I've been behind 10 days because I've been sick, Uh, so at the same time, I'm happy with this team. I'm happy what Jeff has done. I'm happy what Sullivan has done. Now let's see what happens when we hit the field. So, and that's what I can't wait. I can't wait to see the Dolphins hit the field on Friday. Of course, they got the scrimmage with the Commanders on Wednesday before they're off Thursday, and they go play them on Friday night. So, and once again, man, I'm not gonna dwell myself in somebody's different opinion because we all have different opinion. So I'm happy to see the Dolphins right now. What I'm seeing, yeah, injuries I have concern. Dulcich with the fingers, but tape finger. But I heard Jeff said that he'll probably play on on Friday against the Commanders. So See, sometimes when you do a podcast and you say things, people intended things that you know everything, and some people don't know everything from both sides of the podcast. The history of the Dolphins. I've been with the history of the Dolphins for years, so yeah, you're right. I agree with you. No, I agree with you. And I just I don't let things get to me. And like Riley, I told Riley that it's okay. I mean, she's amazing, and she's a person just like me. She has a good heart and all that. And listen, if you don't love your team and you don't have a passion for your team, then you're not a Dolphin fan. I'm sorry. But then once again, that's your opinion. I can't get involved in that kind of situation when you said, the Dolphins, are terrible. The Dolphins are bad. You open with the podcast saying that the offensive line is terrible. What are you talking about? This team offensive line is better than what we had. Okay, we were 7-10 last year, and that's because Jonah played in the place position. Yes, I am surprised the O's finally won. I saw the the polar bear hit 2 homers today. I'm happy for them. They're only now 2 games out of the wild card. We're behind. I'm happy to see that. So it's okay, O'Reilly. Riley, I appreciate it. Don't worry. Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna let that bother me. At the end of the day, you move on, and God's in control. I believe that. So don't let that bother me. You got people out there just like that. Unfortunately, that's what we have to deal with on a daily basis. But yeah, I'm happy, hot dog, that the Orioles won a game. I mean, I would love to see them play better baseball. Their pitching has come along, but their fielding, it's what cost them the game the day before. I mean, I believe they could still make this race at the wild card, but it's going to get difficult. Yeah, I know it did. I know it did, Riley. I know it did. I know it did. It's okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's okay, Alcavale. It got a little nasty with the last customer. I mean, don't say customer, podcast subscriber that, and everybody has their opinion, man. That's all I can say. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Riley. Um, yeah, I just made a comment that probably I should have corrected myself, but I said something that, I've been a Dolphin fan in the 1970s. And when, and I'll make it short for you, when Stephen Ross took over the stadium, and I should have said that, and I said that he built the stadium, but I know it was Wei Singa that had the stadium. He just renovated the stadium, but he owned the stadium. So I guess the word built got bad. Yeah, telephone tough guy. And you see, I'm here under the weather, but hey, I came live. I haven't been live. I tell you, I missed 10 days of Dolphin camp. Missed 10 days of Dolphin camp, and I'm trying to actually catch up. Give me a second. Don't let me turn on these lights. There we go. I had to turn the light there. So, well, the Orioles play now the Minnesota Twins. If they could sweep the Twins and Texas lose, we could be up there. I mean, it's a close race completely. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. So, but yeah, I'm excited, man, for this year. I am excited. I know there's a lot of things that we're seeing with the Dolphins, and we have our doubts and all that. And once again, different opinion. And you said it. It's in the trenches. But I'm seeing everything that Jeff has done with his team, along with Sully, man. Listen, they're building something good here. And I know that we have to wait to see it to believe it. Yeah, yes, I totally agree with that. But I see something good happening. I really do. I don't know. I just got this. I told Aquavale earlier because I talked to him in one of his podcasts. There's a video short. I just cannot remember what podcast it was, and it had a I'm gonna say it was a veteran ex-Dolphin player. I know we have Larry Sanka. We have so many of them out there. I just want to be sure who it was. But he sang the Dolphin winning songs. Yeah, it is. Right tackle is my concern. I agree with you. That's one of my thing. I'm okay with the left side, but I'm not okay with the right side. So he made a comment. This guy did. I just remember his name, man. And if I get the video, I'll post it, or when I go live next time, I'll bring it out there. He was talking about this team reminds him of the 1970 team that had no names. All rookies came in with Dulcich. Now, he did say this. I'm not saying they're going to go undefeated. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. But I am going to say something, he said. This team looks like a team that could do something special in 2026. And once again, I mean, anything can happen. Let me see, man. This light is so... Boy, this light is so light. Well, let me tell you what happened to me, guys, now that you guys are here. And I went to Chicago to see my grandson. And Aquavale knows this, and I didn't post it on my and this is happening for real. I had an accident in my daughter's house. I end up in the ER, and then Tuesday, not tomorrow's Monday, Tuesday, I gotta go see a doctor. I have a little probably fracture or crack in my spinal cord. I'll get more information on Tuesday. I'm hoping that everything's okay. They got banged up on my shoulder. It was terrible, but hey, I made it. Happy that I spent time with my grandson. I'm happy. It's probably one of the best time we ever had. Enjoy it, and came back early on Wednesday, and then the ER. I got a cold. Actually, on that Friday, we got a cold on the ER. I mean, I just got a cold, and I said, "Wow." So now I'm getting over it. Hopefully, by tomorrow, I should be okay and fine to go to work. That's something I want to give you guys a heads up. Yeah, got that right. Illinois. But I had a good time. I was in Davis, Illinois, a beautiful place. But yeah, they got hurt, and hopefully I could come back strong now that the season starts. Man, I missed all these 10 days of camp. Yeah, Aquavale. I'm hoping to. Yeah, I did fail. Yeah, I fell, and it was ugly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I bit my tongue, and all the, I want to say, blood came out. And but hey, thank God, it could have been worse. Oh, hot dog, you're funny, man. Yankee tees. Oh boy. By the way, they lost today against the Braves. Oh. But yeah, man. Thank you so much, Riley. Thank you so much, Aquavale, and also hot dogs here. I'm still gonna be here. I'm not going nowhere. Just you missed all the action earlier, but it's okay, man. I can't let that bother me. You know, we all love one another. At the end of the day, that's what counts. You know. No, I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll know Tuesday, Riley. And if I know something, I'll let you guys know. I'll go live and let you guys know. Hopefully, nothing goes. You know, he told me there's something that it runs when you get into a particular age, and your bones start to decrease, and it's so fractional. It could break. Bones are fractional. I'll say okay, whatever. So, but I'm okay. I mean, I can't complain. Yeah, yeah, I do. I got pain meds. I do. I'll be taking them for a while. Well, checking on my tablet here. Hold on. Okay, there it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a good thing, Aquavale. I am moving. That's the one thing that I'm happy for that. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I saw that. Washington Thompson out for the season. There's one guy I'm looking at. Hopefully, if maybe through the preseason, as the preseason go along, all these players are going to get cut, and I believe Miami could pick up another offensive, tackle on the right side that can help the team. A guy's looking good right now too is Jonah. Jonah Savanaia is looking good right now too. I seen Jonah. I tell you, Chop Robinson, Jonah. One guy I'm worried. It's Grant, Kenny Grant. I don't know, guys. I mean, of course, disappointing rookie year, but see, when it comes to linebacker, we are loaded in linebackers. Miami has probably one of the best linebacker core in the league. Man, Jacob Rodriguez. Oof, that kid's amazing. Jacob is amazing. Can't wait to see a preseason game. The only thing I don't like about preseason game that you can't see much. You know, yeah, that's what they told me, Riley. That's what they told me. When I go there Tuesday, that's one of the things that came up. Calcium, and you're right. I agree with you. I agree with you. That's something that's going to help me a lot. But let's see what they tell me first. I'm ready for it. I'm going to work, and like Aquavale said, I just gotta be careful at work. Lifting and carrying stuff, heavy stuff. I just gotta be careful. So I'm just gonna go to my pace, and then that Tuesday I go to the doctor. Yeah, that's right. That's a good one, hot dog. Yeah, 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 yeah. They told me about it. And it's not bad taking it. My only thing is I also have acid reflux. That's not good either. Right? Oh, so You're right. If we drafted the right Caleb, you're right. I mean, listen, I feel positive, hot dog. I really do, man. I see something good with this team. I know there's concerns. There's holes in the team that we have to fill. And I know Aquavale agree with that too. But to say that the team is not good, that the team is not good enough, I don't know, man. I find that, you know, how do you know that? Smart cook. Smart cookie too. Oh, that was a good one. I mean, I don't know what I'm seeing and looking at the schedule. I mean, they're going to be tested with the schedule, and I'm going to go back to the schedule for a second, guys. Let me, and I'll go back live. You see me. I mean, you're playing high power offense. I'm not worried about the Raiders, to be honest with you guys. We don't know if Kirk Cousin or the rookie's going to start. We don't know that. But you got San Francisco, the Chiefs. It's going to be the healthy Patrick Mahomes. We don't know yet. Minnesota, they need a quarterback. I'm sorry to tell you that. Then you got the Bengals. That's a high power offense. Then you got the regular Jets. Then you got New England. But then you got Detroit, another power off offense. So I'm looking at the power offense of these teams that Miami will face coming up beginning of the season. How well the defense will play, how well the defense will do. So let's be honest. I mean, I know it's early. It's too early. But that's what we're talking about. Training camp update because I was so behind doing it. So, but I'm here tonight trying to recover. Yes, the early buy is the one that I don't like. Yeah, I try that too. Yeah, and that's why I'm not taking too much medication. But yeah, that's a good apple cider. I try that. It's pretty good. It did help, by the way. But I guess it's because of the age. I don't know. As you get older, I guess doctors always want to make money out of your pocket. I mean, who knows? So yeah, the early buy does really. I just don't like that buy. It's just too early. But I believe they could go. I mean, make it schedule. You got one, two, three, four road games. So and you only got two home games and then the bye week. That's incredible. Yeah, that's true too. That is so true too. You're right, Riley. You're right. It doesn't mean that you have acid reflexes. You don't have enough acid in your stomach, and that's true. And it's hard to control that, believe it or not. I'm gonna be here probably 15 more minutes to 9 o'clock because I had to go to work tomorrow. But anyhow, thank you so much for everybody. I'm still gonna be here. I'm not going nowhere. Um, you know, just staying positive, man. I'm ready for the season. I am ready. I just can't wait to see the preseason game. I'm gonna try to go live on the preseason game, but don't know if I could do it. And like I said, it depends how everything goes to the doctor on Tuesday. Go to work Monday, then Tuesday after work, go see the doctor and see what they say. Which I'm hoping it's okay. I don't know if Hot Dog is still here. Oh, by the way, Aquavale, Tampa Rays looking good, man. Tampa Bay Rays. We didn't see that coming. 71 wins and 46 losses for your team. The Orioles are 14.5 game, but in the wild card, let's see how close they got. All right, so Seattle lost. Okay. I'll try that, Riley. Thank you so much. So right now, the wild card, we have Boston, we have Yankees, Boston, and Texas. So you got Detroit 1 game behind, Minnesota 1.5 games, Cleveland 1.5. Baltimore's 2 games out, but Baltimore will face Minnesota. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I used to have the one. I don't have those either, but I think the preseason ones you could watch it on the NFL Network. I think. Well, I know they do charge. You're right about that. Teaspoon. Okay. So the baseball, wild card race is pretty good too this year. I'm just impressed how Tampa Bay, which I am impressed, continue to stay in first place. And they won today 4-1. They beat Seattle 4-1. Their pitching is amazing, man. Their pitch, and once again, they're hitting too. Thank you so much, Riley. Uh, the White Sox are being impressed too. That division is also good. White Sox, Detroit, and Minnesota, and Cleveland all fighting for that division. Tampa Bay's up 5.5 games. Wow, and 7 by Boston. Did Boston won today or they lost today? I think Boston lost today. Let me be sure here. Oh yeah, they lost. They lost twice to the A's. Probably the worst team in baseball. I don't know if you guys saw my intro that I made. I'm surprised that they might put me a copyright. I don't know yet. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm gonna play it again. I made up. I still got the other one, guys. It's just that I want a better song, a better thing to come out. Let me get some water. Listen, I think I've been working the intro for almost a whole year. Try to change that intro. You guys work tomorrow or you guys off tomorrow? He said, I feel bad for you, Aquavale. Oh, man. Aquavale is cool, man. Yeah, it's hard, man. But you know what I don't like about the Aquavale? Their price is so high, man. I want to get the package of the Miami Dolphins, and I guess because I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, I couldn't get a package. Don't ask me why. The most weird thing ever. Where you from? I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm not the Atlanta Falcon fan. Because if I get the Atlanta Falcons here, we'll get the game for free. That's when the preseason game will. But I'm surprised that you are local down there, you Aquaville, and you don't get no Dolphin channels like CBS. Oh, sorry. You know, one thing I haven't talked about, it's very important. It's the kicking for this team. The kicking. I am worried about the kicking. He says fair. I'm worried about the kicking because if we have to kick a 50-yard field goal, I don't know, man. These two guys kicking 50-yard field goal are not great at all. But that's something to talk about next time when I'm just waiting for go to practice. I think tomorrow they go to practice and Tuesday, and they fly Tuesday, they get there Wednesday. They do a scrimmage with the Commanders on Wednesday. They off Thursday, and then they play the preseason game Friday. Shall probably do it. I don't know. It depends how it goes, how I feel. Hey, Capital Life, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a lovely Sunday, man. I'm excited for the 2026 season. One more week, guys. Yeah, you got it. Can't wait for the preseason. Friday night against the Commanders. I don't know, man. I see something good happen to this team, Cap for Life. Got a feeling we're going in for a great season, man. I don't know why. I know he's very young, but I believe in this team. I believe what Jeff and Solly is doing for this ball club. I really do. I was telling everybody earlier, I missed my 10 days because I got sick, but I missed the 10 days. Who knows, man? I believe they are believing in the culture of this coach, the chemistry of this coach. And that comes a long way. I like their linebacker core. Like their offensive line, Capital Life. Only the right side I'm concerned, not the left side. But Austin Jackson looked good the other day in camp too. So yeah, it is a new chapter. It is. It is, Cap. It is. I do believe. I do believe they're gonna surprise the fans. I really do. I know they're 26 years, waiting for a championship. Excuse me. It's gonna take a while, but I believe they you know what I like is this. And this is from Solly and Jeff. And this is in the press conference every time they talk. We're going to win now. Not next year. Not that they're saying it right straightforward. We came here to win now, which is amazing. And those words are pretty strong when you come into a franchise that has struggled for the last 26 years. So I'm really happy for them to at least, give the fans hope. Like I told Aquavale, I believe something good's happening. Yeah, Cat for Life is amazing, man. It is amazing. Like all of you guys are amazing. But one thing I could say, just taking one game at a time, 1 week at a time, like Cap just said, and we'll see what we have. Malik Wallace is looking. Oof, Malik Willis is doing great, man. Throwing against the run, pressure. I could tell you something, Chop Robinson. If you haven't seen Chop Robinson videos lately, man, is that man putting pressure. Now, I did saw him go on the video one-on-one against Patrick Paul. Oof. Guys, that was brutal. Patrick Paul owned that one. But imagine, Patrick Paul's a huge guy. But this is what I like. They're testing him in all these kind of positions of players, big players, what to do, spin around, go around them to get the sack. So, yeah, Tutu Atwell has been. I have a video coming up of my possible 3 wide receivers. They're gonna make this ball club. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1, Caleb. Probably Malik Washington, and I have Tutu Atwell also. You know a guy that we're not talking too much, and you like him last year, Aqua, which I like him last year too. It's Teal Weiss Jr. Don't sleep on that guy either. The only thing is that the moment we traded Waddle, which everybody excitement was, well, now Malik Willis has a target to throw to. Listen, now it's different. Now Malik's going to have to get his number 1 target. And that's what he's working on in practice. Who is going to be his number 1 target? And you figure it out. Thank you so much for the hearts. You're going to figure it out already who he's going to get in the team. Yeah, just need a chance. I tell you, he's looking good too. Seeing him, and you imagine him in a kickoff return. Even though Malik Washington is a good kickoff returner, so I mean they got enough depth in the receiving corps. I'm gonna tell you a guy. Now that I'm here live, and I'm gonna mention this, a guy that I would like to pick. That he's out there available right now. It's and tell me if I'm right or wrong if I spell his name wrong, because I'm telling you, I'm bad with names. Is Keenan Allen the wide receiver that's available? Once it's Keenan Allen, could be wrong. That's one wide receiver that I would like to see in Miami. And he's on free agent, so I'll be sure if it's Keenan Allen. I'm gonna say it is. Yeah, Keenan Allen, number 13. That's a guy I would like to see. And he's actually a free agent. Last year, he had 81 reception for 777 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 9.6 average. And didn't Keenan Allen play for the? Did he play for the Bears last year? Let me see something here. I'm gonna say he did. No, Chargers. Sorry, Chargers. I'm sorry, Chargers. I say Bears. I don't know why I say Bears. Yeah, Chargers. Sorry, Chargers. Yeah. I mean, he had a good, decent. I mean, 17 games, 81 reception, 122 targets, 777. A down year, 96, 9.6 average, and 4 TDs. I would like to have him. He is available. That's one guy I've been looking. If Miami can add that piece to the team, he'll be a very helpful. That'll be a plus. Yeah, he said that's the name. Yeah, I thought I spelled his name wrong. But yeah, Keenan Allen is pretty good, man. Yeah, Keenan Allen. That's it. Number 13. Yeah, he's been with the Chargers, and then he got released, I think, or cut. Did not sign. He's a free agent, so that'll be nice. I mean, it's a good target for Malik Willis. I still believe when you have a veteran present, Tutu Outwell, I like him too. Like you said, my thing is Malik has a lot of people. Let me see. For George, did you see what I said above Patrick? Or is it? I got Keenan Allen. I got SpongeBob. Yeah, I saw that. Oh my gosh. You're something else, Riley. That's a good one. How the heck did I miss that? That was a good one. Yeah, yeah. That's what I like about him, Aqua. If they could give him a chance, and it just will help Malik Willis more. Having a veteran present around the team, and build these young guys. I mean, it's great. It's a great thing to have. I always say an extra piece always help. Aquaville likes to hire a legend in pro wrestling. I get disappointed with wrestling the moment it went to ESPN. Wow, why that happen? Did you like that move, Riley? Because I didn't like that move. People lost interest I mean, I watch it once in the blue moon, but the moment ESPN took over, it's not the same. I don't know why. That's weird. It's got a message. Hold on. Wow. Pretty much, Riley. Veterans like Allen will be a great young receiver on the team. That was funny. You know what I'm shocked tonight, Aquaville? It's gonna make you laugh. I never. The first time that I go over an hour to almost 2 hours, and the they never flinch, never gave me Ain't that amazing? That is amazing. Which that's strange because on the bottom it tells me, huh? Yeah, yeah, you're right, Riley. Yeah, no, see, normally I used to get the Remember when it tells you in the bottom, Aquavale, I guess they changed that in OBS. Tells you when your stuff is going down, your lag and all that. Yeah, listen. The moment it went to ESPN, I have a lot of friends. They're really, really, yeah, yeah. I just don't like when ESPN took over the WWE. I didn't like it. Yeah, he is old. He is old. All right, Aquavale, you have a great night. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, I'm gonna go here in a few minutes too because I gotta go to work tomorrow. I want to thank you, Riley, uh, Hot Dog, if you're still here. I appreciate coming in. Cat for Life, show up. Thank him also. Also thank the person that came in this first in the show. So I'm not gonna talk bad about nobody here. Happy Evelyn. So everybody join in. I'm okay with it. You know, it's just that it's just a sports talk show, which I just talk positive, keep everything positive, and try to keep everything, informative as it could be. Uh, I guess we don't live in a perfect world. That is all right. Thank you, Charles. I mean, I know I didn't know you were here, but if you want to say something, you can say something, Charles. We were talking about the Miami Dolphins earlier, so hopefully, we have one thing in common, man. Stay positive, love one another. That is the most important thing. Uh, but it's okay. You could. I'll stay here for you, buddy. There's no problem. We were talking just Miami Dolphin football. What are we looking at? There's no problem. I mean, I can stay 30 more minutes. Riley's here with me too. Riley's been here for since the beginning of the chat. Uh, yeah, we talk about the Dolphins. We talk about their strength, their weaknesses. What Jeff Hafley, what are we seeing? I missed 10 days of camp because I was under the weather. And if you weren't here earlier, I went to Chicago to see my grandson on vacation, and I had an accident. I'm okay. It's not a big thing, but Tuesday I should get more information. I hurt my back and I have like a little crack on my spinal cord, and you know, hopefully, or whatever you want to call it, they have a name for it. Anyhow, I gotta go see a doctor Tuesday, and hopefully they'll let me know uh what is next step. Go back to work tomorrow. But yeah, what we were talking about Dolphin football. Um, how Jeff and Sullivan. You see, there you go. No, yeah, I still watch it, but the one ESPN, I don't know, man. Thank God because they messed up that thing with ESPN. So we talked, Charles, about the Dolphins, the chemistry, the what Jeff has brought to the team, uh, the good things happening in camp. Malik Willis looking good. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna see a specialist, but yeah, but that's what we talk about, Charles. I need to know your time frame. I know you're in Korea, so we could have joined together. I'm trying to get the channel to go live. To be honest with you, um, we that's what we talk about. We talk about the good things that's happening in camp. Anyway, you'll see the recording. We have a little issue at the beginning of the program, but it's okay. You must go on, and that's the way it is. Life is good, and you move on, and stay positive. That's all we could do, and believe in the guy up there, and that's what I do. That's who I am. Um, so unfortunately, you're gonna have fans that just don't like things and say things, and I respect that. That's their opinion, and I'm okay with it. I move on from it, and I gotta say, Riley, it's an amazing person. So yes, Malik is doing so good. Finally, Malik has caught up to the offense. I see him run. Let me tell you who's doing good too. Chop Robinson. We need that pass rusher. He's doing so well. One guy that looked pretty good too, Austin Jackson. Still a little banged up, but he looked pretty good the last day of camp, which the 10th day. He looked good one-on-one. He looked pretty good. He looks healthy. Uh, Jonah's looking good. Jonah finally is back in his position. Jonah's looking good. I mean, there's so much positive thing in that camp. Dulcich still has the injury with his two fingers, but Hafley said that he might play. Yeah, see what I said? I actually watched some. Yeah, I saw that. Worth watching that. Yeah, you were watching those, which those are the channels that sometimes we don't get down here, but we get a WWE on this side. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this team, man. I talked earlier. That's right, go Malik. Uh, I talked earlier, right, Charles, about the Dolphins' offensive line. The left side looks good. The right side is where we might have a little issue. Why? Because we need probably some backups to come in if Austin goes down, if Jonah struggle. But I believe this team running, it's going to be amazing in 2026. I mean, the good thing is you're seeing so much positive coming out of camp. And what I like about Jeff is that there's always room for improvement. And this is where I believe that the Dolphins are going to surprise a lot of team in 2026. We have a lot of doubters, and that's okay. That's part of sports. People are going to doubt. Okay. But if you're truly a Dolphin fan, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, I'm saying this in a good way. You know, you win, lose, or draw. We've been through this so many times, Charles. We know this. I mean, we we've been so close. You know, you can't say, well, this team might not might not have won 26 year a playoff game, but they've been to the playoffs. It's just the ball doesn't go their way. See, this year it's different. I do see something different. I don't know what it is, but I see something positive. I think these kids are going to play for Sullivan. I think these kids are going to play for Jeff Hafley. I think they're going to have the right players. I mean, 13 rookies drafted, 13 this year. So far, besides their injuries, the one they are playing, they're looking amazing. Jacob Rodriguez looks like a starter, but still learning. And it's going to take time. So, okay, so they're on TNT. Well, that's what I'm going to do probably when I stop here. I'll go into go watch it before I go to bed, before I go to work tomorrow and watch some of the wrestlings. I haven't watched in a while. That's the good thing about YouTube. It has it. So, and I do miss it. I do miss it. That's fun. Yeah, I like to watch the old episode. I like to watch the guy that I think he passed away. The guy with the mask, Min Mascara. You probably heard him before. the man with 1,000 mask from Mexico. Great one too. Yeah, yeah. You see, there's a video, Charles, that I mentioned earlier. I know you came in late. There's a video of a ex Dolphin. Yeah, Ric Flair and okay. There's a video that I mentioned. I just cannot recall the. It was like short. It was a podcast. It was an interview, and I wasn't quite sure it was a Dolphin ex player. I know he sang the Dolphins song. Yeah, you're right. Jeff is taking the best out of the team. You listen. He's putting everything out there, and they want to win now. But there's a video out there. Before I forget this, about a Dolphin player. And if he's not a player, he talks about the 1970 teams and this team. And what's weird how he compare it. He says there's one thing about the 1970 and this Dolphin team in 2026. And the guy said, What is that?" He says they have no name, and that's what we want, no name defense. Oh yeah, yeah. Min Mascara, rest in peace. Yeah, the goal. Yeah, that was the best. Yeah, I miss all that, Riley. I do miss all that. But there's a video out there, and if I can find it, I'll. I can't post it, but I could tell where anybody could find it. When the guys get interviewed and he sings a Dolphin winning song, their songs, and he said this team got something special. Oh yeah, it's Santo. Those were the good times, man. Like I tell you, it's you know, wrestling has changed completely. So, but I'll be here till 9:30, guys and girls. And like I said, thank you so much, Charles. And I do this for you, Charles, because I know you got to go to work and you kind of busy and you work late. But I'm gonna go back to work tomorrow, the first day, and then Tuesday I'll go to the doctor. Anything happen, I'll let you guys know. I'll notify you guys. I go live, whatever, and hopefully everything goes well. But I had a great time with my grandson. I'm not lying to you. It was the best ever. So here's a schedule. I'm gonna show one more time. This is the schedule that we have, and hopefully we can get some wins and have the fans back in our side. Have the real fan backs in our side. Yeah, that interview was amazing, Riley. When the guy mentioned about and when you hear that, you're talking about a veteran that say, "Hey, man, this team could do," and just stay positive. Yeah, that is. I got to take care of that. That is the main thing right now. If I'm going to continue to do this, I think my next live will be Friday, as the Dolphins open their first preseason game. Yeah, Riley gave me some good. Riley gave me some good tips, and as she told me that I did wrote them down of the acid reflex and the calcium. Good tips that you could do, and I'll see Tuesday when I get to the doctor, see what they tell me. And I'm okay with it. I'm not getting any younger anymore. I'm getting older. That's for sure. So yeah, I got 10 more minutes for you guys here, and I'm happy to see Charles back here. God bless you too, brother. Thank you so much. God is good, so I can tell you. Uh, I believe sometimes in life things has to happen, and God gives us a wake up call. And sometimes we don't want to listen, but we have to listen. And when you listen, good things happen. So I can't complain. Listen, probably a couple of days ago, I couldn't talk. I mean, I haven't gone live in a long time. And that's why, because I even lost my voice. Uh, with the fall that I had, because I fell down, I bit my tongue and I bled. I was bleeding. I'm not to say the whole word, but I was bleeding and I was covered up and I couldn't talk. And I said, okay. And I went to the ER and, got my shots, got my pain, x-rays, everything. That's how they find out. They thought I had a concussion. I did not have a concussion. That did not happen. Thank God. So it's just kind of strange how it happened. But thank God that I'm here. And thank to my daughter. If it wasn't for my daughter too, my daughter, she was the one who told me, you need to go to the ER, Dad. I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to go nowhere. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit down and relax. But the pain got stronger, and my daughter took the initiative and said, "We got to go, Dad," and she took me. Imagine that was the day before my grandson's birthday. But hey, sometimes we gotta listen. But thank you so much, Riley. Love you too. Love you too. Yeah, I know, brother. Trust me. It was a moment, and let's talk positive here. That oh my grandson. Yeah, I mean, I don't have pictures with me here, but if I do, I'll bring it in. And we had a heck of a time, man. He calls me Baba. Uh, he's an adorable kid. To be honest with you, that birthday day, I was gonna go live to show everybody. But thank God that my grandson, was upstairs with my wife when this happened. My wife did also, freak out because she said, "George, are you okay?" So I got up I don't say I got up. I sat down on the floor, got up against the wall. So so my grandson don't get scared either and see me like this. But that kid is so smart, and I try to cover as much as I can. But there's things that, I learn in life. You know, uh, take everything one step at a time. This had to happen for God to show me, hey, I haven't seen a doctor. Are you ready, guys and girls? Since 2019. And why? Because I've been healthy since 2019. But the last couple of years, I'm going to say I was feeling kind of strange. As you go older, your body changes. And that's when I noticed the change. And that's when I learned that it's time to go see a doctor. Yes, I do. That's a plus. But I learned, I mean, that's all you could do, learn from this lesson and move on, And that's what I did. So when I go to the doctor on Tuesday, I'll get the information and see what happened, see what they say, which, I believe that everything's going to come out okay. I always put God first. So that's the most important thing. But listen, getting back to sports, can't wait for the season. It's almost here. I want to get over this flu. I can tell you that. I haven't since we came back from Chicago on Wednesday. So I've been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days with it. Tomorrow's the sixth day. So I hope. Yes, I'm taking medication. Trust me. Just one thing at a time. I guess when we get to the age. My grandson is actually 3 years old. He turned 3 years old. Riley. He's 3 years old. Let me see if I could oh, it's still charging. Never mind. Amen. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I believe that God will heal, will heal us. It's just a matter of time. Sometimes you got to get away from, I won't say social media, but get away sometimes. It's a good thing. I enjoy my vacation. I'm not going to tell you I did not enjoy my vacation. I did enjoy it. Man, brother, that's so true. That's one thing I'll never walk away from. I'm always a true believer and continue to. And there's people sometimes, and listen, I respect everybody's opinion and I respect their culture and everything. Yeah, you're right, Riley. You're right. But anyhow, let me leave you guys with this. Thank you so much, all you guys, for all your support. Thank you for joining in. Riley, I will check your videos tonight also. Thank you so much. I just have so many subscribers. Yeah, he is. He is. He is a cute. He's a sweetheart. He loves me so much, and he calls me Baba. And when I left, it was the toughest thing I ever seen. He wanted his Baba and his grandma too, but it's hard to you got to move on, man. Love, love is it's the most important thing in life, man. Love, peace, and love. That's what God wants us to do. All of us here, subscriber, unsubscriber, it doesn't matter. That thing that happened earlier today, Riley, with that individual, you know what? God always says, love your enemy. You got to love your enemy, regardless what they do, what they say, because the word forgiveness is very important in life. You got to learn to forgive and move on and forget. And I hold no grudge with anybody. I don't get upset with anything. We're human. We make mistakes. That's all. You know, God says it. Surrender all to Him. We'll be all right. He'll take care of us, regardless. Regardless. Listen, once again, thank you so much. The time it's 9:28. I want to thank so much to my brother Charles, also Riley. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I love you guys so much. Aquavale that was here. Thank you so much. Cap for Life that was here. Also, thank you so much. Sorry about that. Have a blessed night. Even, believe it or not, okay. Hot dog that was here. Also, blessed night. Even happy Evelyn, man. Have a blessed night. God is so good, guys. And I'll catch you on my next live. And hopefully, I'll be better with this voice. Peace and love. And once again, fins up. Thank you.